When we think of professional wrestling, our brain will immediately think of big shows like WWE or AEW, with thousands of people in huge arenas that you have to travel to. But truth is, professional wrestling is much more than that. Sometimes the greatest show you've ever seen is not happening 2 hours away. Sometimes it's actually happening just next door. Today I'm wrestling in Margate, a really nice coastal town in the southeast of England. It's 2.5 hours away from where I'm based, which is in London. And I'm wrestling for Pro Wrestling Colossus, their second sold-out show. Colossus is a independent pro wrestling company that was started by 2 pro wrestlers and their close circle.
I moved down a couple of years ago and I've wrestled around here a lot.
I moved down to Margate in 2022, like real late 2022. And then TK Cooper and his partner Emily moved down in, say, around February 2024.
There is quite a lot of wrestling in the area, but it's very family friendly. The local guys are really big, but they don't really tend to get in. People from London, people from other areas.
With our connections and our tenure in wrestling, if we get the blessing of the TPW guys, and obviously we'll use them as well, we could probably create something more beneficial than what they're doing, because at the moment they're just doing shows because they want to be wrestlers, but there's a way for us to facilitate that and make something really cool.
Just like Colossus, there's a lot of companies like this, not just here in the UK, but everywhere around the world, of people who just love professional wrestling and want to present it to their communities, which is basically what's happening here. From my perspective and our perspective as professional wrestlers, there's a lot of parallels between being a pro wrestler and being an artist when it comes to the business side of it, Very much like gigs, taking things out, helping out people like the ones that do things here in Colossus, or when those wrestlers come to help me out with the shows that I run in Wimbledon. All the money and funds that things like this get are just from ticket sales and the support of the fans that want shows like this to happen where they are. And pretty much in independent wrestling, that's how important a fan is, because this only exists if there are people here to sell out the show like they're doing here today. So we as wrestlers, we don't have, say, a contract like maybe bigger companies are able to offer. We don't have any sort of exclusivity. It's a gig economy at the end of the day. You take your bookings when you're available, you negotiate directly with the promoters, and then you fill up your calendar by being basically a freelance pro wrestler. I think that's the best way that I can put it. All this to say, your support means a lot. Is this the cheap plug for me to start pushing my Patreon or my merch, which links are in the description? Maybe.
When I was at uni, I was part of the Wrestling Society and we put on a show and I loved it. I've always said I never want to wrestle myself, but I loved being a part of it. I loved planning a show. I love events. You know me, I love to plan a party. So yeah, being able to get involved in that side of things was really cool.
Ever since I moved out here, Eddie Dennis was the first person to ask, how are you going to manage getting into London or getting further for other shows? Selfishly, I thought the easiest way to have more wrestling for me was to make more wrestling, shoot legit. It's a 5-minute walk to my house. This is the only show in my life that I can leave my house and walk to the show every time. So to have it legitimately on my doorstep is again, that is the selfish reason to create this, because I obviously want to wrestle. What is the best way I can do that? Make it come to me.
I wanted to get back into it because I did it for a while. But I only wanted to do it if it was right, and it was with friends. And it made a lot of sense to do it in Margate, where we could see that we could have a chance.
Here's an individual who should be fed to the goals, let's be honest. The centrepiece, David Francisco. Every bit the technical professional wrestling excellence you'd expect.
I believe this is the 3rd time that I wrestle here. There's already been a lot of fans that are starting to recognize me. But it's probably people that only know about independent wrestling through Colossus, and they're not aware that I practically every weekend travel up and down the country doing shows like these all the time. I really enjoy that idea that I don't have like one audience. I have so many different pockets of people that know me and have different experiences with me. Yeah, I find that fascinating. Sometimes it overlaps, sometimes it doesn't. It's just real cool. For example, it's really interesting to see that there's people here that have no idea about what's been happening with me in Southampton, for example, or what's been happening with me at Purpose. And to make them care is a big part of the job as well. Like, I want to win. Obviously, it's important for me to win. But as a promoter, they want to get wrestlers on their shows that people care about and can make people care about them, because caring sells tickets, you know? It's a combination of caring and winning that makes you a star. And I'd say I'm pretty good at making people care about me, and I'm pretty good at winning. So we're in a good track, right?
At the last show, they didn't know who anyone was. They also didn't care who anyone was. They just wanted a good time. After that show, we sold so many tickets before we had announced anything. Before we had the poster, purely based on vibes, people were buying tickets and had responded to what we were putting out there.
We're seeing a lot of the same names on the ticket orders. So we are building kind of out of thin air, a crumb of fan base now.
The name of today's show, Feed 'em to the Goals, was based off a fan chant from the third show at Christmas. They've reacted overwhelmingly positively and they've embraced it.
It's purely the atmosphere that I guess they created. Like, Margate created that atmosphere. We didn't kind of make it happen. It just like, oh, this is really cool all of a sudden.
People are coming because they kind of know the energy and the vibe of what to expect from the show, so they know that, like, they're ready to have a good time, which I think is a great measure of where we're going in terms of community stuff.
We're doing so many collaborations with other small businesses in the community, and I feel like people have really got behind it. Today we had clothes from the vintage shop that people were trying on. We had pizza from a local pizza place.
It's been wonderful to work with like real well-known artists to create our posters. Like, everything that happens in the ring, the way that we are outwardly facing to the community of Margate, is because we love this town.
Also, listen, that is the most stupid shit I've ever heard. Because I'm trying to do something good for you. Really, I know, listen. I've been around, I understand it's Margate. You don't have a lot of good things going, right? So sensitive. I mean, it's true. You got like 2 good months, a joke of a Thorpe Park, I have no idea what that is, and then everything else is just cold and miserable. So I understand. You have to take it out on me, that I'm the bigger person, and I'm going to respond with kindness, alright? I noticed last time I was here that you were just needing something, and then I noticed when I walked out that I was the thing that you were missing. So what I've done is kindly offer you the possibility of seeing David Francisco, the centerpiece, make Colossus revolve around me by having a standard invitational open challenge.
Slightly unhinged by what he's seen. He's not used to this. We're going to inform you it's broken. Oh, this seems to be extremely unfortunate. I think Dave Francisco is having a little bit too much fun. Well, Francisco, I think, has just had enough of this audience, and maybe he's going to take a moment to adjust himself in the wardrobe here at St. John's. And here comes David Francisco once again, minus his wonderful jacket. So that jacket gets more love than those talons, and oh my god, a violent spine buster into the side of the ring, and now Francisco drop kicks Christopher Law right through the middle rope. Oh, look out, big old splash attempt there. Nobody home for Christopher Law, and a Claymore kick to the face, courtesy of the centerpiece. Oh boy, look out, time for the ruckus. Look out, delivered with aplomb. The ruckus for the centerpiece, and David Francisco dispatches the wicked rook, Christopher Law. Because we have just one more matchup, a six-pack scramble matchup is incoming here in our main event of Feed 'em to the Goals. But one more time, it's David Francisco who picks up a win here at Pro Wrestling Colossus.
Let's do it again. Let's do it one more time. How about that? Someone, one of you, just come and share my spotlight. I'll let you. I'll allow it this time, yeah? Wonderful. Good. The zipper is a bit too long for my body, so it goes under the waist. So when I bend down, I think it stretches. I think that's what happened with that zipper there. And that dent is off, which means that probably this entire zipper is off. But that's the thing when it comes to independent wrestling like we're doing here, right? Just that we do everything ourselves. I got like a local seamstress that I go to. I just went to fix something else about the jacket, and now I'm probably gonna get them to do this. I designed it. I got someone from Portugal to do it for me. I want to continue to work with them to make the gear, but like everything you see, the gear, the music, the training, all of that, we don't have like a machine behind us, a company that can just help us with all of that. We're doing that ourselves and figuring it out as we go. While it can be harder because now I have to figure out maybe like the wage that I made today is just going to be spent on fixing the jacket. At the same time, there's a lot of like my own personal creativity put into it, and I like that. It's a huge part of independent wrestling and basically what we're doing here. Got to figure it out ourselves, right? A little small business that we are, little freelancers that we just got to figure this all out ourselves, right?
Colossus is just one of many examples of small local promotions just like this. Even if the audiences are a bit different, sometimes a bit more adult-oriented, sometimes a bit more super kids-friendly, at the end of the day, it's just people who love pro wrestling putting together some wrestling shows to contribute to their local community or to bring their love of professional wrestling. I fell. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. To bring their love of professional wrestling to audiences and people who want to share with them. And I think that that's something really special. And I very much enjoy doing this and having this as a huge part of my life.
We appreciate you being a part of our life, David.
Oh, sappy piece of shit.
Oh, it's so worth it doing this. Number one, the day is so much fun. The lead up to the show, I really enjoy hanging out with Taz.
Is it worth it? Yes, obviously it's worth it. Ridiculous question. Bad interviewer.
Like, he's a bit of a dick sometimes, right? But actually, he's really fun to hang out with, and we do our videos together and we train together. Like, so for me, love having a new friend in Margate. That's wicked. Love the day. Like, the shows are so much fun. I feel like the atmosphere is amazing. Like, we sold out our tuck shop. We sold every beer in the house. So it's worth it. You know, the content the trainees will now have as well, because most of these trainees, it was Chris's first match tonight. Never had a match before. Smashed it against David Francisco.
Hey!
He's going to have content now to put out, and for the trainees, it's which is kind of one of the reasons we started it. Like, let's get our trainees on shows. They have a place now to get out there, like we did when we first started wrestling. There were places.
It may cost more if something goes wrong or if we miss a step, but it's this absolute fucking joy to be creative and to do something creative with people that you love, with a entertainment medium that you've always wanted to do something in. So yeah, it's worth it.
I mean, we have fun. We get to book our friends. And yeah, we get to put on a great show for everyone that comes.
There are no reasons that make it not worth it. So it's a million times. I would do it every day if we could afford to.
And that's it. I'm back in the seat to leave Margate and get my way back to London. Hope you don't mind the light being a bit bad. Ooh. There you go. That's more light. You can see me better now. All right. That's the show for today. I think it was a great example of what independent professional wrestling is. And there's so many different tiers and so many different audiences. And there's sellout shows like today that get hundreds of people in. And there's shows that don't sell out, that get thousands of people in. But at its core, at the end of the day, all it is DIY to the community, supported by the fans, professional wrestling, all united because of the love for this crazy, stupid thing that made me leave my family and friends and safety behind and chase more for my own happiness. And the good thing about it is that tomorrow I'm going to do it again. Tomorrow and the week after that and the week after that, as much as I can. I just love this. I love that this is my life, and I could not ask for a better life than this one. If you want to continue to follow me on that journey, all you have to do is click that subscribe button and continue to check my videos here. I'm gonna make my way back to London. I presume I'll be home in 2 hours, and then I'll wake up early again tomorrow, go and teach a beginner's class at the London School of Wrestling, and then go to the 229 for the Ref Pro show. The weekends are not Saturday and Sunday in this life. All right, let's go.
I guess you would say, oh, fuck, I haven't been saying the question back to you. Fuck.
But if I would have asked for something if I think the context is fine.
So watch this. How has the community responded? so inorganic.